Hare Krishna. Is audio clear, right? Prabhu, are we good to start? Okay, thank you. Good afternoon and very warm welcome to the ISKCON of Silicon Valley. On a bright Sunday afternoon here. Thank you everyone for coming to this Sunday program lecture today. So anybody is here for the first time? I know you are, and you as well. Great. And you too? For the first time? Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So yeah, so if you feel comfortable sitting in the front row, that's wonderful. It's great, up to you. But if you are more comfortable sitting in the chairs, it's totally fine. So what do we do here at ISKCON of Silicon Valley? ISKCON of Silicon Valley is one of the thousands of ISKCON locations all over the world where we are following the parampara or the disciplic succession of Krishna consciousness. ISKCON stands for International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and the society was established by our founder Acharya, our teacher. Acharya means a spiritual teacher, a guru, Srila Prabhupada, in 1966 in New York. And then ever since then, ISKCON as a society has been spreading all over the world, all because of the tireless efforts of all the volunteers and all the devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness today. And the parampara, the disciplic succession that we are following is coming from directly Lord Shri Krishna. And in his most recent incarnation, around 500 years ago, as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose deity form, you can see on the leftmost person here. So he is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was the person who inaugurated the modern day Krishna consciousness system or the practice in today's world. Now, speaking of parampara or disciplic succession, there are several things in the world today that are running on a succession plan. There is no written law. There is no formal bureaucratic structure in a country that says that per such and such code of such and such law, you must be having a succession, because it's a democratic system. But then there are certain other things in the world that are beyond what the modern rules can ever comprehend. For example, the easiest the incidents we see is anybody who is an outdoor person like to go hiking and walking in the woods? Raise your hand. Okay, Prabhu. So thank you. So when we go in the woods to hike, to walk around, we see there is a dense forest, but somebody in the past may have created a clean space. We call it trail. They cut the bushes out, they clean the area, and then we walk on that trail. And then people keep on walking on that trail. And that's like a succession. Let me go back. So, succession. Think of a forest, dense jungle, woods, animals and birds and rattlesnakes in the Bay Area. And then someone or a few people start cleaning up and gradually make a space for everyone to walk. So now it gives us two perspectives to look at. One is that there has to be somebody to cut and clean and make a trail, and someone else in the future who can walk on that. Because if no one is walking on that trail, then no matter how much clean, how much beautiful somebody had created that trail in the forest, it's subject to the growth of the bushes, the weeds, the grass, right? And all the forest is going to take over it in a few weeks, right? So it means establishing a system is not sufficient. There has to be a group of people, generations after generations, who have to walk on that trail to keep that trail alive. That's the first thing that we are doing here at the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. That our previous teachers, our acharyas, they have left us a trail to walk on, and we have to continue walking on that trail to keep that alive, which means there is a practice, there is a process, and there is a realization that we receive after every day of practice, right? So we keep walking on that, and next generation keeps coming on that, and that's called parampara system, succession. The second benefit here, or the second the aspect of this trail or this parampara, is for a new person. If there is no trail in the woods, what's going to happen? Somebody might even get just lost in the forest, right? And with this hot summer coming up here, there is a high chance of dehydration, or even worse, somebody can even die, right? Comparing that to our modern life, if there is no trail to walk on, if there is no clean path for us to walk on, there is every chance that we can get astray, we can get lost in the woods, right? And because of that, we may never get the beauty, the taste, the sweetness of life that we are all supposed to enjoy here in association with Krishna and his devotees. So that's the second aspect of having a trail. What was the first one? Somebody creates it and people have to walk on it. The trail is meant to be walked upon, not just to be left in the forest. And second, for the new person who is trying to cross the forest, it gives a visible, clean path to walk through the forest and not get lost in the woods. So with that, let's get into what our parampara, what our trail is doing here today. In our trail, in our succession, we focus primarily on two things. Shravanam. Shravanam means hearing. And second is Kirtanam. Kirtan means to chant or to speak and to glorify Krishna. So you are all using your ears to hear, to listen? Great. Someone without ears here? Someone having 3 ears? Everyone has 2 ears. Great. Everyone has one mouth to speak, so let's use it. But for that, Prabhu will need some mics to be spread here for the question and answer. So please participate in discussion today, and please make it more engaging. The more you participate, the more you engage. It will make it more productive for everybody, okay? So with that, our parampara, our succession is about Kirtan. We all do Kirtan of Krishna. And next slide, please. Oh, it's here. Okay, thank you. So, Prabhu, can you bring the Kirtan, please? The Radha Madhava Kirtan. Thank you. So we'll do a small Kirtan. And while our wonderful volunteer, Chaudhary Prabhu, is pulling it up here, Prabhu, can you go to the meaning also, please? The other slide. So if I may request everyone to please utilize all these seats here and not leave any vacant space, because real estate is very expensive in the Bay Area. Okay, so please move 7.5 inches forward to the next seat. We have scientifically designed that space, okay, so that there is a space left in the room in the back for others to join. Thank you. So there is a Kirtan. Kirtan means singing out of your heart and glorify Krishna. Jai means all glory is to Radha Madhava, Radha and the Lord of sweetness. Kunja Bihari is the name of Krishna, he who enjoys loving pastimes in the groves of Vrindavan. Gopi Jana Vallabha means the lover of the cowherd maidens of Vraja. Giri Varadhari, so Giri is the mountain, the great hill, and Girivar, the head of all mountains, is called Govardhan. It's in the Vrindavan area. And he's the one, he's the holder of the great hill named Govardhan. Yaśodā-nandana means the beloved son of Mother Yaśoda. Vrajajana, Ranjana, the delighter of the inhabitants of Vraja. Yamuna Tira Vanachari, who wanders in the forest along the banks of the river Yamuna. So please give yourself a chance to immerse in the sweetness of this song and appreciate the beauty of Krishna's pastimes as a cowherd boy who is playing and engaged with everybody, the kids, the teenagers, the girls and boys and all the people of Vraja region. And we can appreciate that by singing this song. So we need somebody to play kartal, cymbals. Can you get it, Prabhu? Malay Prabhu or someone? Can we get kartal from there? It's right here. What's happening? It was working all fine, right? It was working all fine, right, that time? Okay. Just pump a little hard. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Jaya Gopi Janvallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Janvallabha Girivardhari Yaśodā-nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yaśodā-nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yaśodā-nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yaśodā-nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachariya Yamuna Tira Vanachariya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Yaśodā-nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yaśodā-nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna-tira vanachariya Yamuna-tira vanachariya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Thank you for participating in the Kirtan. Did someone hear this Kirtan for the first time today? Or everyone knew about it? Or for the first time? Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Thanks for joining. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you everyone for joining. So we are just starting. And you are not late by any means, because it's never late to start in Krishna consciousness, right? Okay, so today we are continuing to walk on the trail that we do every week here. We have a Saturday morning program, Sunday afternoon program, and we have online program on Wednesday evening. In addition to that, we have wonderful festivals all through the year. And so please keep yourself coming here or dialing in online and keep participating and get yourself the benefit of the Krishna consciousness. So today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic, which is a very debatable topic actually. And it's an easy word, G-O-D, God, right? There is a variety of shades of God realization, from no God to there is God, and between there is everybody else. And then who is God, who is not God, and I am God, and you are God, and there is God, and that's not my God, and that's your God, and Hindu God, and Muslim God, and English God, and Hindi God, right? So, before that, we all are after something, which is money. My request to you is please use the mic if you want to speak. So that makes sure that all our audience online who are listening in through YouTube and Zoom, they will be able to listen to your voice. That's the only way they can hear you. And with that, thank you for all the listeners online from all parts of the world. Hare Krishna. So this is the $100 bill, right? And if I go to the next slide, yeah. So this is the same bill, right? There's an interesting thing on this bill. Can someone read what I'm talking about? Can you use the mic?
In God we trust.
In God we trust. So the founding fathers of this great nation had some thoughts in their mind, and that's the reason why they put the God's name on the money. Anybody has seen any other currency in the world which has God's, say, in God we trust or in God we don't trust? Or we trust in God only for the money? Or anything like God? I don't think I've not seen any other currency, but at least in the US we see in God we trust. It's the motto of the United States, right? It's been more than 100 years since this was constitutionalized, I believe, yeah. So, when we talk about God, now these days are kind of a taboo, we can talk about, you go to office meetings and go to your kids' birthday parties and everything, and we can talk about the movies, we can talk about the latest apps, we can talk about the latest sports activities, we can talk about the FIFA World Cup happening, everything, right? God is kind of a taboo, right? Let's stay out of the God thing. Or let's keep the God out of this thing, our life, because we don't need the God here. Personally, people may or may not believe in God, but in general, I don't see people discuss God in lunchtime or in your office meetings outside. Well, meetings are not supposed to discuss things outside work anyways, but let's say going for a walk after lunch or in the drinks time, sattvic drinks in the evening, having snacks time, playing with the kids, morning walk. Let's talk about the God, because God is generally considered a taboo. Let's not talk about the God in the society today. Agree or no? Yeah. Now, there are a variety of realizations on what a God is. So, there are certain philosophies. I'm not here to debate, argue, criticize anybody, but I'm just speaking on what I've learned or what I've heard, and I also invite your genuine realizations based on what this God word means. God means somebody who is divine, somebody who is powerful. Agree? In general, even people who are atheists or agnostics, when it comes to their life or it comes to a risk, they're thinking, I swear to God. Right? Or if somebody is absolutely atheist person, but when they see the vernal falls in Yosemite or the Niagara Falls, oh my God. A few years ago, I was in Italy, was Venice. This is a tourist backpacking, hopping around. And then bunch of, tourists everywhere you see. And then in Venice, you see tourists from all over the world. And there were two girls, 20-something, and they were like, oh my gosh, do you know what I found? I found McDonald's in Venice. Oh my gosh, I could finally eat today. Come on, you go to Venice and you are looking for? I'm not saying anything, okay, but Venice you go for? You go to Italy for? Italian? My gosh, I found McDonald's finally after 3 days. So, anyways, gosh, God is everywhere, right? I swear to God, oh my gosh, the same thing. Now, what God is that then? My son's name, as some of you might know, his name is Gopal. So his teacher asked me last week, hey, Gopal's dad, I know you're from India, you guys typically have one meaning of your names. What's the name of Gopal? It's like, yeah, but before that, do you believe in God? Before I could tell her it's Gopal is Krishna's name, I politely asked her, and she said, God as mean Christian God? Okay, fine. So there is a Christian God, and there is, oh my God, and there is a McDonald's God, and there is swearing God. And then there is Niagara Falls. Oh my God. So God is everywhere. But still people don't believe in God. Many people, right? And those who believe, they have different conceptions of God. So we're going to talk about God in a few minutes. We are actually talking about God right now. That said, some realizations I've seen. I was in Hsinchu a few years ago. Those people who work in the silicon industry here, they know Hsinchu, Taiwan. It's an hour from Taipei, and it's known for the silicon chips coming from most of our phones, this mic, everything in the world running from silicon, and then it's coming from the TSMC factory. So basically, I was visiting my work partners there. And then the local people told me that you must go to a local Hsinchu temple. So I went there for the local, as a tourist, and I knew it's not like a worshipping temple, but it's a local like temple. Okay, so fine, we go there. And then there's a Hsinchu temple, and then there are the kind of the figures, like our deities we have. They have the figures of God. And oh my God, they were super ferocious, scary, frightening images of God. I'm not going to criticize any culture. I do not mean by any means like to demean anybody. They have their culture, respect that. But as somebody coming new, I felt it was scary. The black-colored God with long tongue, with blood and everything, and like, oh my God, so many things are happening here, and that's the God they are calling. I respect the people there, and I left from there. But as a tourist, right, I took some pictures here and there and went back. And then that reminds me of my childhood growing up in a Hindu family in India, where my family would take me to the Kali Mata, right? Kali Mata is the scary form of the goddess Durga, which is meant to scare away the bad people, the demons. And that's kind of very much similar to what God I saw in Hsinchu, in Taiwan. And that's scary. It's a female figure, but long tongue, scary, frightening, right? With some weapons in her hand. That's one concept of God. And then there is another concept called voidism. Void means like a zero. Everything is just zero. And then you just meditate, like a famous figurine we see in the stores around here, like meditate like this, and then focus on nothing. Because God is nothing. Then there's a philosophy that says, I'm God and you're a God, everyone is a God. Heard of that philosophy? Yeah. Okay. Now I covered a few that I knew of. Let me ask the audience here, and please use the mic if you can, please, right? Any other realization, any other forms or thoughts of God that you have seen or heard around the world?
Hare Krishna. I think one of them is God is someone who assigns people based on their, if they good things, they go to heaven.
Oh, heaven, yeah.
And they go to hell or
hell. So there is a punisher, right? Yes. A rewarder, a punisher. Thank you, Prabhu. So go to a heaven, and there is a God with somebody has a white long beard, sitting like a old man, 200 years old or 1,000 years old, whatever, and then he's sitting and making judgment with a stick or a staff in his hand, like that. Oh, you go to hell, and you will rot there forever, and I'm not going to bring you out of that hell. And on the other side, you have a heaven for you, based on what you did. Good. Other concepts of God?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have seen in some villages they pray to the stone, sometimes trees, right? Like when they're just passing by, they have.
This is also a stone.
Yeah, I mean the stone without any. It's just a stone without any structure or any form.
I get. Okay, any form. Good. Form. Any authorized form. Yeah. Good. Thank you. And a tree. Good. Well, that's interesting. I'm from India, I believe, right? And those who don't know much about India, I mean, I grew up in an environment where, I mean, you put like 5 stones of any shape next to a red light or a tree. The second or third day you will see 99% of the people passing by from there will be like bound down like this. And after 2 months, there might be somebody sitting with an incense offering to the stone. After 2-3 years, you might see a structure coming out of there. After 10 years, the government coming and trying to bulldoze it. And then people protesting. Can't let it happen, can't let it happen. Seen that or no? Yes or no? I'm the only one. Practically happens because people can just believe in any god on the traffic light or next to a tree. And then it's government's headache to get cleaned it up. So that's one God, right? My created God. Now, there was this philosopher. His name is Friedrich Nietzsche. Now, he's no longer here, but it's like over 150 years back in 19th century. So he was a German philosopher. Now, Nietzsche's philosophy was, well, there's a lot of discussions we can have on Nietzsche's philosophy, but his one quote that I would love to bring here is, why it's not running? Oh my God. It's not running, right? Next slide, please. Yeah. But everybody with me so far? Good? Okay. Now, the name is too small to read. My apologies. I just couldn't put the right font here, the size. But the name is Friedrich Nietzsche. It's pronounced as Nietzsche. Not like Nietzsche in India, like Nietzsche. Okay? He's a great philosopher. Now, he said, I would believe only in a God that knows how to dance. And that's the God I think he was after. That's Krishna. God is ferocious. God can be the punisher. God can be the rewarder. God can be a transaction. God can be in the stone. God can be in the voidism. But no one thought about a God that could dance. As human beings, as conscious living beings, we all have this innate sense of music, dancing, right? Singing. You may or may not be able to sing the best of the voice in the world, but still, everybody in the world generally everybody is a bathroom singer or no? Yes or no? So here, raise your hand. Please don't be shy if you never sang in bathroom. Tell me. Okay. So, we all like to sing. We may or may not like others to watch us while we are dancing, but once in a while we all like to dance. Singing, dancing is coming in us naturally because we are the part and parcels of the one same Supreme Lord. Mame vansho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. As eternal being, I am a small part and fragmental part of the same God. That's what Krishna says, that I am the one that's giving you that innate capacity, that inherent interest, that proclivity is the interest and inclination to dance and sing and music, right? So, the problem here is, prakriti sthani karshati. We are struggling in this world. And that's the second part of this verse that he says, Mame vansho jiva loke, jiva bhuta sanatana, mana shashthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Because being an eternal part of mine, you are supposed to enjoy. You are supposed to be happy. You are supposed to dance, sing. But you are struggling in this body. And that's the fundamental essence of Krishna consciousness. That we are not just this body that is causing us to struggle. We are someone much higher consciousness. We are someone much deeper than this body, who is meant to enjoy and live happily. So with that, we'll jump into today's verse from Bhagavad Gita, which is, Prabhu, please, chapter 15. I think it's 19? 15, 19, yeah. Veda base. 15 chapter. I think second last verse. Yeah, 19, okay. And please make it a little bigger so all of us can read on the screen. Is there a reason why this middle row has been left vacant? Thank you. Please come in the front. We're just waiting for you to inaugurate this row. Thank you. See, that's that trail I was talking about in the beginning, that somebody has to walk on that trail, right? Okay. So this is the verse from chapter 15 Bhagavad Gita, and we will discuss this verse in a bit, but let's do a quick reading. Anybody who does not know what Bhagavad Gita is? Everybody here knows what this is? Yeah? So, Okay, so cool. So no one needs an introduction. Cool. Good. So in this verse, Lord Krishna is telling his friend and his student about a few aspects of the person who actually is a true realizer of God. God, he is Krishna himself. He is not just any God. He is a supreme personality of Godhead. Now, coming from the premise we just had, right, the foundation of the discussion today, that there are so many gods and which God, this God, that God to follow. Then here we talk about the person who actually is the true knowledge of that supreme divine person. So let's start with a quick prayer. And if you know this prayer, you can repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Having a right prayer in the beginning sets us in the right mood to humbly and submissively listen and understand the message, right? Okay. So please repeat the word for word translation. Yah, anyone who, mam, me, evam, does, asammudha, without a doubt, janati, knows, Purusha Uttamam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Saha, he, Sarvavit, the knower of everything. Bhajati, renders devotional service. Mam, unto me. Sarva bhavena, in all respects. Bharata, O son of Bharata. Can somebody do me a favor and get me the copy from the back, the rack? Bhagavad Gita, please. Yo mam evam asammudha janati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. Yo mam evam asammudha janati purushottamam sa sarvabhit bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. So a couple of volunteers, please. Use the mic and read and lead the recitation, please. Yo ma'am, you can start from here.
Prabhu.
Yeah, you can read the Sanskrit and then everybody will follow you. Is that okay?
Sure, Prabhu. Yo mam evam asammudho
Yo ma'am evam asammudho
janati purushottamam
janati purushottamam
sa sarvavid bhajati mam
sa sarvavid bhajati mam
sarvabhavena bharata.
sarvabhavena bharata. Anyone else?
Yo mam evam asammudho
Yo ma'am evam asammudho
janati purushottamam
janati purushottamam
sa sarvavid bhajati mam
sa sarvavid bhajati mam
sarvabhavena bharata.
sarvabhavena bharata. We want to read, Prabhu? Yeah, go ahead, one of you. Second row.
Yo mam evam asammudho
Yo ma'am evam asammudho
janati purushottamam
janati purushottamam
sasarvavid bhajati mam
sa sarvavid bhajati mam
sarvabhavena bharata.
sarvabhavena bharata. Anyone here from ladies?
Yo mam evam asammudho
Yo mam evam asammudho
janati purushottamam
Janati purushottamam
sa sarvavid bhajati mam
Sa sarvavid bhajati mam
sarvabhavena bharata.
Sarvabhavena bharata. One more please.
Yo mameva masamudo
Yo mam evam asammudho
janati purushottamam
Janati purushottamam
sa sarva vidbhajati mam
Sa sarvavid bhajati mam
sarva bhavena bharata.
Sarvabhavena bharata. And just one last person in the back rows. Anyone please? Can you use the mic please? Yo mam evam asammudho Janati purushottamam Sa sarvavid bhajati mam
Sarvabhavena Bharata.
Sarvabhavena bharata. Thank you. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata. I'll repeat, son of Bharata. Okay. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. There are many philosophical speculations about the constitutional position of the living entities and the supreme absolute truth. Now, in this verse, the Supreme Personality of Godhead clearly explains that anyone who knows Lord Krishna to be the Supreme Person is actually the knower of everything. The imperfect knower goes on simply speculating about the absolute truth, but the perfect knower, without wasting his valuable time, engages directly in Krishna consciousness, the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. Throughout the whole of Bhagavad Gita, this fact is being stressed at every step. And still, there are so many stubborn commentators on Bhagavad Gita who consider the Supreme Absolute Truth and the living entities to be one and the same. Vedic knowledge is called Shruti, learning by oral reception. One should actually receive the Vedic message from authorities like Krishna and his representatives. Here Krishna distinguishes everything very nicely, and one should hear from this source. Simply to hear like the hogs is not sufficient. One must be able to understand from the authorities. It is not that one should simply speculate academically. One should submissively hear from Bhagavad Gita that these living entities are always subordinate to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anyone who is able to understand this, according to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, knows the purpose of the Vedas. No one else knows the purpose of the Vedas. The word bhajati is very significant. In many places, the word bhajati is expressed in relationship with the service of the Supreme Lord. If a person is engaged in full Krishna consciousness, in the devotional service of the Lord, it is to be understood that he has understood all the Vedic knowledge. In the Vaishnava Parampara, it is said that if one is engaged in the devotional service of Krishna, then there is no need for any other spiritual process for understanding the Supreme Absolute Truth. He has already come to the point because he is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. He has ended all preliminary processes of understanding. But if anyone, after speculating for hundreds of thousands of lives, does not come to the point that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and that one has to surrender there, all his speculation for so many years and lives is a useless waste of time. I offer my respectful obeisances to my spiritual master. I was born in the darkness of ignorance. And because of the mercy of my spiritual master, that qualifies me to speak on this deep topic of Bhagavad Gita. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmritam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. The spiritual master opens the eyes of a student, a disciple, by giving the knowledge of the Vedic wisdom, and it is like a light that allows us to see. And that's why we must always pay all our respects to the spiritual master, to the teacher. I also offer all my heartfelt respect and obeisances to my great Guru, my Param Guru, which is called Srila Prabhupada. His name is Srila Prabhupada here, and all the Param Gurus, which is the line of succession that we are seeing here, all the previous teachers, all the previous acharyas that have passed down this knowledge to us. I also offer my heartfelt respect and obeisances to all of you visitors who are coming here today, and you are making this session a very productive and a beneficial discourse for everybody. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So this particular verse actually has quite a few interesting things which I noted down on this sheet of paper, just to summarize my thoughts, and then we can go into discussion, which will be your chance to speak up and have the floor open for everyone. Is that okay? So, first thing, now people who have some the mics around, please keep them ready. And those who have cell phones, smartphones, which I believe everybody has these days, right? Keep the phones ready. Because there is this word I read, I think can you probably scroll up? This is called stubborn. The first paragraph, right? The first paragraph of the purport. Still, there are so many stubborn commentators on Bhagavad Gita who consider the supreme absolute truth and living it in the same right. So, what is stubborn? Anyone who knows what is stubborn? What's the meaning of stubborn? Sorry? Rigid. Okay, good. Others? Maybe somebody can use the phone, get the ask Google and look for the Cambridge or Oxford dictionary and see what's the origin of this word stubborn. And please use the mic. Can you use the mic, please?
It is the one who is undivided.
One who is undivided. Stubborn, okay. Others, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. One is not willing to change his mind or opinions.
One is not willing to change his mind. Now, what's the origin of this word? Anyone can find out? If you scroll down, typically these dictionaries online, they give you the etymology of what's the origin of this word.
Is it Mulis, Prabhu?
Sorry?
Mulis, M-U-L-I-S-H, origin?
M-U-L-I-S-H. Mulch? Mulch? Okay. I thought it's coming from stub, S-T-Y-B-B. The origin, I think it's a 14th century word that I read last time. It's called stub, S-T-Y-B-B.
Yeah, there are a couple of meanings coming from the Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Yes.
One is unreasonably unyielding, which is called mulis. It's like a mule is an animal who basically does not go for any reasoning, and then once decided it's going to do, it's going to do it. So that's one. And the other is justifiably unyielding. So this is a resolute. When it's in a positive sense, the stubborn means they already decided something to do.
Undivided, you were saying it, yeah.
And then it's basically suggestive or typical of a strong, stubborn nature.
Stubborn nature, okay. So the word stubborn actually originates from the word S-T-Y-B-B, stub. It's the kind of medieval English word. And
you are right, Prabhu. Yeah. So the root is stub, S-T-Y-B-B.
Yes.
The first half of the word is linked to the Old English stub, which means a tree stump.
A tree stump, right? So that reminds me, in my yard, we have some growth of trees. And for cutting the, I think 6 or 7 trees, the gardener would say, okay, I'll take maybe $100 and just bring my saw and just chop off everything in 1 hour. But for removing the stump at the bottom, at least a couple of grand's job, at least 2,000. It's a full at least 1 or 2 days job. Why? Because the cutting of the tree is easy. Removing the stub of the tree, which is deep rooted in the soil, is the hardest part. It takes the most time, the most effort, and the most God we trust. Right? So that's the stubborn, which is something deep rooted. And that's how the trees are deep rooted, right? So some people have this philosophy, some hard-headed people, like, this is how I believe about God, and they are not willing to listen to anybody else. And that's what's being highlighted here. The next thing here is in the next paragraph, actually, which is interesting fact about reception. Vedic knowledge is called Shruti, learning by oral reception. So it talks about reception from authorities, right? We go to our teachers in college, in school. We listen to our bosses, if you do. But there are authorities, right? Always who are people who are more knowledgeable than us. So this statement is referring to the oral reception, that we should be very, very careful in listening to what they are saying. But then, where do you find authority? YouTube or TikTok? Well, in real world, our center here, or any ISKCON center in the world, is providing that facility to you, that environment to you, that you can come here, you can listen, you can ask questions, you can enjoy the music, the dancing, singing, and you can also have food at the end, right? So this is the reception that ISKCON provides you, and Sunday program is specially meant for everybody who is new. And we have Saturday morning programs, as I mentioned earlier, so you can just feel free to come anytime and these sessions, and you can also get yourself subscribed to newsletters, and you will get all the notifications. But we are providing that facility to get to the reception of this knowledge coming from the ancient books, and like Bhagavad Gita here, right? And make your life happy. So that's the oral reception here. Now, one thing that caught my attention here was somewhere in the middle, I think I saw the word hog. Yeah, right, this one. Here. Yeah, simply to hear like the hogs is not sufficient. One must be able to understand from the authorities. So hog is like, it's a pig, right? So anyone has experience of talking to a pig? Like, you call a pig, hey, come on, I have a job offer for you. You want to come and join me? What will you say? Aing, aing. If you come and tell pig, hey, I have a wonderful association of people who are dancing from morning until evening, and they are eating the best food in the world, what would the pig say? Aing, aing, right? This reminds me, like, I have this example I always give my child's poems, and it's like this song, Old MacDonald's had a farm, Ovi. Oh. In his farm, he had a pig. Oing, oing here, there. So that's the nature of the pig. Just you keep on offering the world's best delicacies, or the best knowledge, intellect, wisdom, care, or the best of the world's, the environment in your home. But just the nature of the pig. So there's a word that's used, in terms of I'm not here to disrespect the pig class by any means here, but there's a word called pig-headed. Have you heard of this word called pig-headed? Pig-headed. Search for it, please. What is pig-headed? It's an idiom, actually.
Being pig-headed means being stupidly and unreasonably stubborn.
Okay, stubborn. So it goes back to the previous paragraph. Okay, good. Okay. So that's called pig-headed, okay?
A pig-headed person stubbornly refuses to change their mind, alter their plans, or listen to other people's advice, often even when it is clearly not in their best interest.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So yeah, a pig-headed person is like a pig, right? I mean, not like a pig, but his philosophy is like this, like Prabhupada is explaining here, that hearing like pig, like, okay, you tell me something, it just goes above my head, I don't understand. Even if I do, I don't care about what you are saying. And this is what Srila Prabhupada is trying to explain to us, that we must try to understand from the authorities. Now, coming to authorities here, there are so many authorities in the world, like we listen to doctors, right? Yes or no? But these days, my wife is going to ChatGPT. So what should I tell her now? There's doctors on YouTube, there's doctors on Instagram, there's doctors on TikTok, there's doctors here, there, everywhere. Right? Like old McDonald's farm. So, what do we do? Listen to YouTube, or do we go to a real doctor? When you drive, do you use your own instincts, or do you use Google Maps? I have a bad experience getting lost in the San Francisco downtown. Once I had no desire to use Google Maps. And I ended up wasting 2 hours. It's true. But yeah, lessons hard learned. ChatGPT, YouTube and all, they are great, but they cannot be substituted for a doctor. Right? We have to rely on somebody who is an authority. In our system, we call them acharya, a teacher. In my personal experience, listening from authority, like if I listen to my teacher, Srila Prabhupada's lectures, you can find on YouTube and everywhere. So listen to Guru, a spiritual teacher. It acts as a noise cancellation headphone. You know, there's so much noise in the world. Please come in the front if you like, Prabhu. Yeah. So, anybody who has never used a noise cancellation headphone, please don't be shy. It's okay. I had never used until last month, actually. You have never used? Okay. Everybody else has used a noise cancellation headphone? Okay. If I may ask Prabhu to volunteer, can you please come in the front here and take a mic with you? Because I have one with me, and I would like to have you experience how does it feel like. Just take a mic from someone, please.
Thank you.
So now this is in off state. And can you listen to the voice, humming sound, the world around you? Look at the people here, the audience. Can you hear my sound?
I hear you.
Okay. Everyone just say hum. Now you. Hum.
Yeah, it's a noise cancellation on.
And
now
then
I can't hear outside noise.
Is it suppressed or no?
It's suppressed.
Look at his reaction. How did it feel for the first time?
Yeah,
so thank you.
Thank you.
So this was my first reaction when I first used this thing. I know it's been there for like at least 15 years in the market, but I got a chance to use this thing only recently. And I was really surprised the way how these technologies, these gadgets, these work these days. Because if I'm sitting in a bus or in a car, I don't drive while on this headphone. I don't recommend you to either. But if I'm outside, if I put this on, and all the noise is gone. All the white noise, all the sound, all the unnecessary sounds are just out. I can focus on what I am trying to hear. And my personal experience, having a personal guru in your life, a spiritual teacher in your life, they act as the noise cancellation headphones. There's so much of noise in the industry, so much noise in the market today, so many gurus here, there, everywhere. But cancelling all the theories, cancelling all the noise, and look at the right philosophy, right principle, which is actually going to help me. Isn't it true? Good. So that's the second thing I noticed about this particular verse. And then the third one is, if you can, Prabhu, scroll down to the last paragraph. Now here, bhajati. So I think it's the last line here. He has already come to, can you go down? Yeah. Where is that? He has already come to the point. Because he, can you highlight please? Yeah. Because he is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. He has ended all preliminary processes of understanding. So what are the different preliminary processes? Now, I did actually a count of what all people I'm meeting these days. and what all they are practicing. Okay? With respect to everybody who is an explorer, who is seeker, but I could categorize all of my observations in 4 areas. They are people who are trying to explore spirituality. The first category I found was collecting spiritual experiences. People try to go to some shop, some Buddha stores here and there, and they try to collect certain things. Or they also go to some Kirtans or some temples or monasteries, and they look for astrology. They collect some crystals. Sound bath is the latest. Have you heard of the sound bath these days? Famous, like, it's beautiful, I'm telling you. If you have not tried it, I'm not showing about the spiritual benefit of this one, but spiritual benefits aside, this is very calming, soothing. I had this chance to visit Janvi's program last week. Anyone was there last week? No, right? But you were there, right? She started with the sound bath, right? It's so mesmerizing, soothing and calm. As I said, I am not supporting it as an authentic spiritual thing because I don't know. But people are exploring. There are different things that people find comfort with, like crystals, astrology, looking at the stars and the moon and suns and all the planet system, crystals, energy healing, and sound bath. So these things people are exploring. That's category 1. Agree? Have you all seen people doing these kind of things, they're trying, they're exploring, genuinely seeking certain things, right? Okay. Second is the endless consumption of everything which is online. Take your phone, start scrolling. It's endless. It never reaches an end, right? There is so many quotes that you can find from all the famous philosophers and gurus everywhere. There are some influencers, hundreds and thousands of influencers that you can find everywhere. I have my Iranian co-worker actually. He's from Iran, with a Persian background, but he follows some Indian guru actually. And he's telling me, oh, I love that guru. So in my office, he's the probably only person who talks about spirituality. Okay. And then there's a like button, thumbs up, right? You see a reel, TikTok or IG, Instagram and Facebook, and what do? Like. Or you save as bookmark or somewhere, right? And then it goes into your favorites and you never bring it out ever again. I do it. Anyone else? Everybody else? Perfect people. Thank you. Please don't do it if you're not doing it. But yeah, that's the other category of people. The third one is the fascination with the Indian culture. Well, Indian culture means Indian dress, Indian food, Indian names, So people who are exploring spirituality, they try to travel to India and they bring a lot of, a suitcase full of Indian dresses. And sometimes they also bring incense, right? And they lit up their house in some candle or incense. I met somebody who has tattoos all over her body from Sanskrit mantras and verses on Om and everywhere. Tattoos you can get, right? Vegetarian food. Hindu, Indian sounding names. My name is Om Shanti. Again, not intending to criticize anybody. These are all seekers. Nothing wrong in exploring, right? And these are the various ways people try to connect to spirituality through outside things like dresses, food, Indian sounding names, tattoos, and namaste, right? That's another group. Then there is a group of intellects that I met. Now this is called intellectual Hinduism. They study different philosophies, debate on the karma, have a cup of coffee in their hand, sit in the sun for 6 hours doing nothing, and then saying, I am deliberating on Vedanta. I have a neighbor like that who says like that. You know, I have been a Vedanta student my entire life. At least for the 4 years I have known her, what she is doing. So Or if not, you go and enroll in some Hinduism sounding like an ashram and learn some mantras here and there, right? And then you're coming back to society and you start debating and participating in intellectual discussions. So these are the 4 kind of people I generally see: collecting spiritual experiences, endless consumption of online content of the influencers and the gurus, fascination with the Indian culture, and 4th, intellectual Hinduism. Agree? Now the idea here is that exploring the things is not bad at all. I'm not criticizing anybody who is trying to explore different things. But what Srila Prabhupada is trying to say here, and this verse Krishna is telling, is that all of this exploration, all of this seeking around for spirituality is most valuable, it's most sincere, it's most beneficial when you develop the love and devotion for Krishna. All the disciplines, self-discipline, austerities, and Krishna says, Vedeshu yajneshu tapasu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam atyeti tasramidam viditva yogi param sthanam upayati chadyam. If you don't perform any of those things, spirituality, discipline, donations, charity, fire sacrifice, all the spiritual activities that you are seeing around, do just one thing. You chant Hare Krishna, you become a devotee, you just submissively learn to read about Krishna, ask questions, and then you will not be bereft of any of those benefits that you are getting out of all of these spiritual seeking around. This sounds like a Spotify kind of anybody use Spotify? The playlist, right? They have the songs you can swipe, or you can have the next. So spirituality is not like a swiping playlist. Or in these days they have these dating apps, right? What do you call this? Bumble and what else? Tinder? Okay, Cupid and so on, right? In Indian background, they have this matrimonial website, right? They have called Jeevan Sathi and all. And what? Any? Mike?
Bharat Matrimony.
Bharat Matrimony and?
That's where I found my match.
Okay. Anything else?
Shadi.com.
Shadi.com. So that's the thing. So in the Western world, the kids are normally the ones, right? I mean, the people, there's a man, there's a woman, like there's a dating site, and go in the Tinder and Bumble and just find a partner and then do it, right? But in India, there is parents and uncles and aunts who are on the Shadi.com. And everyone is looking at their profile, right? And making a complete family package of what we are doing, right? I was there. Or, thanks to my parents, I was there. Many years back, 12, 13, 14 years back. And I met somebody. And guess what? In the Bay Area, she ended up getting a copy of. And what happened? I'm sure she must have swiped me off. Right? That's what people do, swipe off. So that's the modern spirituality, which I am saying that Krishna is recommending not to follow. Swiping the people off on Facebook or dating apps or any of those reels in TikTok, Instagram we are seeing, that's not going to take us anywhere unless we are committed to it. A dating app or a matrimony website is helpful when you are able to commit to a relationship. If we are not willing to commit to a relationship, there is no end to swiping the profiles. There is no end to swiping the crystals, the Buddha stores, the gems, stones, Indian dresses, Indian food, and namastes. Because the fundamental essence of spirituality, which is love and devotion for Krishna, is missing. So that's it. Anything that has caught your attention, you would like to share, any reflections, thoughts, or any questions you would like to ask, please at the back. Use the mic and help everybody else. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You mentioned about love and devotion to Krishna, right, Prabhu? I think that's the hardest thing to get the love and devotion to anybody, right? I mean, you only can develop love and devotion to the person when you know that that person is great and is working hard to serve you, to make your life better. Then only you love the person, right? It's not easy to develop a love for other person just looking at or whatever, right? Only by knowing bit by bit, knowing how much sacrifice they have done and
yes.
stuff. I mean, for that to happen, like one has to go step by step, right? Like even though people who attain the higher state at one point fall down from the love of God.
Yes.
But people like us who don't even know who we are and who don't know who are parents kind of stuff, right? Without knowing the Krishna and knowing his love for us, how can we develop the love for him?
Okay, interesting question. So, Krishna loves all of us, first of all. Krishna clearly says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Name dveshasti na priya, right? So, he is equal to everybody and he is accepting our love, provided we are willing to approach, right? So, he is equal to everybody. Like if you're looking for the laws of the land, there's a traffic laws, there's DMV, there is a tax laws, there is a criminal laws, right? Corporate laws, antitrust laws, and Krishna has a set of laws. But then somebody who happens to work in the White House gets a special favor and all the privileges of a higher class life. In the same way, we have to demonstrate somehow that I'm approaching Krishna, and that starts through the association with the like-minded devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti hit karna rasayana katha tajyoshuranta shapavarga vartamani shraddha ratir bhakti anukramishati. Anukramishati. Kramishati means chronology. It's a step-by-step process. Developing of the faith, it goes a little stronger, deep love, devotion, it comes later. Starts with Satam Prasangan Mavirya Samvido. You start associating with the people who are already practicing Krishna consciousness, which I'm sure you are doing already, right? That's the first step. Listen to the class, read the books, ask questions, participate in discussions, and then try to do certain things for Krishna. Chanting his name, doing some voluntary service, eat prasadam, and that's enough. You don't have to leave your job, you don't have to leave your family, you don't have to go to mountains, Himalaya somewhere. Live in where you are, live in the mountain view, Santa Clara, Silicon Valley, continue your job in Apple, Google, wherever you are working. But remember Krishna. That's enough. Right? Hope that answers your question. But yeah, love will develop eventually. Unless you try to swipe off Krishna from your profile. Good. Anyone else? Yes.
Yeah, I was actually quite challenged by the scripture of the stubborn person thinking that the absolute truth was the same as the living entity, because I did feel that way. I felt that the absolute truth was within every living entity. So I went into inquiry with that and basically eventually just let it go and said, well, it's not that. It just isn't that. So, I can try to
you could connect to it,
argue
right?
with it for a while, but it was like, no, it's not that. So then I was having the experience of waves and energies, and so just dovetailing off of this last speaker, I don't know if this is the correct word, but bhakti lot, the seed of love. Like, I don't feel like I know what the love is with the big L. The bhakti lot, right? Is that correct? Can you explain it?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
First of all, I appreciate that you are opening up and taking time to enlighten us. So yes, what you are saying is right. No, actually it's true, because it's an interesting discussion. It's a very interesting discussion. Why? Because it's okay to think that the supreme absolute truth is inside us. It's okay to think that. Again, I repeat, it's okay to think what you are saying, and you are not wrong. What's not okay is the stubbornness that what I know is the only fact, and it's only inside me. So great that you chose not to be stubborn, and you went out of that kind of the kind of circumference or the perimeter, right? So it's true, the Supreme Lord is realized in different forms, right? You have your company's CEO, your top boss of company, right? He's a person. Or anybody is here working for a white light. Everybody has a company, and the employer has a CEO, right? So yes. Okay. Then there is a signature of the CEO or the email that comes, and everybody follows that. And that's another realization that if I'm looking at the email from my CEO, or is document which is signed by the CEO, it is actually as good as somebody from that office or CEO telling me this information. Do we accept it or not? Yeah. We do. The same way, the Supreme can be realized in localized form, which is a signature, or in my inbox, my email. And if you develop that bhakti lata, which is lata means a creeper, kind of a vine that grows, right? A creeper, it grows, and it takes a support. What we have to do is keep feeding it some water, a little bit, that's all, right? There is a seed in everybody's heart. That seed is coming from our spiritual master, our teacher, our guru. Have some faith. It will take some time to grow that into a big creeper. So yes, you are right. The Supreme Absolute Truth is very much in my heart, very much like the email in my inbox from my CEO. But coming out of that stubbornness and realizing that there is a person who sent that email to me. And that is like realizing the real person God. So that's coming out of stubbornness. Helpful? Thank you. So we got a few minutes. Any questions, comments? If not, we can do some Kirtan. All good? Want to stretch a little bit? Move your arms around. Like this. And move up a few inches forward so that there is some room in the back. Thank you. So Kirtan is an ancient art. It's a tradition where we bring our heart, our joy, and then we all combine our voices. And usually one person is leading, and then everybody else follows the call and response method. And then you may or may not close your eyes. You may or may not envision Krishna. You may or may not see a white light. But always try to hear the sound that's coming around you, that's coming from the other listeners and singers around you. And immerse yourself in that sound. Online? Yes, we can take one question. Yeah, because I'm unable to see Zoom from here, that's why it's hard for me to tell. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Am I audible?
Hare Krishna. Yes, you are. Sorry, who is this?
This is Rukmini Devi Dasi. Thank you so
hello.
much for the very wonderful, creative, and interesting presentation. I really appreciate it. And I just wanted to make one thing clear, which I think was implicit in your presentation, and maybe you were going to say more about it later. But earlier in the presentation, you were talking about many different conceptions of God. And so some of them, so there was like the Christian conception of God. You go to the Niagara Falls and say, oh my God. Someone in Venice says, oh my God. And then you also talked about different gods like, Kali or some other. So these latter, they're like devis. They're actually different from Krishna. They're like the celestial bureaucrats who are subordinate to Krishna. But as I know that you know, since you're following Srila Prabhupada, who has said it many times, Christian God is the same as Krishna. There's only one God, just like the sun is in the sky and has many names in different languages, like Sol and Soleil and Surya. Yeah, I knew that you knew that. I'm just appreciating that some people were there for the first time. So I just wanted to make that very clear that that it's not a different God. It's just knowing different aspects of God. And again, I wanted to appreciate you have so many interesting metaphors and ways of presenting. But I just wanted, and also among the spiritual people, there's some spiritual people, as Srila Prabhupada has said, you can remain a Christian, you remain a Muslim or whatever, but that you actually need to love God. That's the key thing. And so there are spiritual people who pursue spirituality by doing that in various traditions.
Thank you for helping with everybody here and then enlightening us. Yeah, so that's a little detailed discussion, but that's very clarifying, and I appreciate you sharing this, Mataji. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you again. Hare Krishna.
All right, so quick Kirtan here. We got like 7-8 minutes here. Ready? Namah Vishnu Padaya. Sorry, the harmonium is not helping me today. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachate Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashadya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Thank you everyone for attending to the evening session here, and let's get ready for the next big event for today, which is the Grand Aarti. So requesting everyone to please take a minute to take up all these seats, asanas, and put them in the back where they belong to. And let's get ready for, roll this carpet, and let's get ready for the Aarti. And if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, I'm available here to discuss more for the next hour or two. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, you can ask him. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshakarine Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radhe Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya 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 Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal 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 Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radhe Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Narahari, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Narahari, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Hari, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Privrajakacarya Stotra Shat His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Privrajakacarya Stotra Shat His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Hare Krishna, now we'll start with the Narsingha Marti. Go ahead, Prabhu.
Welcome. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Dala dahine Hiranyakashipur bhakshaha Shilatamkana khalaye Shilatamkana khalaye Ito nirsimho parato nirsimha Yato yato yami tato nishima. Vai nishima ridaye nishima. Narashima madim charanam prapade. Kara kamala bare nakam adbhuta singha dalita hiranyakasipu tanu bingam kesabadeta narari rupa jaya jagadisha hari jaya jagadisha hari Jai Jagadisha Hari. ये सब देता नर हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरि जय जगदीश हरि जय जगदीश हरि ये सब देता नर हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरि जय जगदीश हरि Jai Jagadisha Hari. Jai Nrsimhadev, Jai Nrsimhadev, Jai Nrsimhadev, Jai Nrsimhadev. Jai Nrsimhadev, Jai Nrsimhadev, Jai Nrsimhadev, Jai Nrsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let's start this beautiful evening with a round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I'll speak and you repeat. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. So thank you so much, dear devotees, for coming to ISKCON Silicon Valley on this beautiful, beautiful May evening. And it's a long weekend, you had many other choices, but you preferred to be here, so thank you so much for that. We wanted to start with a big thank you to His Grace Yaśodā-kṛpā Prabhu. Is he around? He's sitting over there. He brought the Krishna Katha to us. And it was just amazing how he picked up a verse from Bhagavad Gita, from the 15th chapter, which is just amazing chapter by itself, and focused on devotional service to Krishna. And I really like the way he discussed the Acharyas and our parampara have set up a trail, and how he guided us how we can stay on that trail and not get sidetracked by that. And your metaphors and your similes were just amazing. Starting with stubborn, and I was also thinking of giving self-realized knowledge. especially the noise cancelling experimentation that you did. This is just amazing. Thank you so much for that. So let's give a big round of applause. Today's Kirtan was led by His Grace Yaśodā-kṛpā. Let's give him a round of applause as well. And our Narasimha prayers was led by Yaśodā-kṛpā. Here, let's give him a big round of applause as well. And now you know that we have an audience not only over here, but we have audience all over the world who very delightfully and with a lot of enthusiasm and interest, they attend these ISV classes. So let's give a big round of applause to our online viewers as well. And for making that possible, we have our wonderful broadcast team that sits in one corner and reaches a whole world from there, led by Ramananda-Sakha Prabhu and Charunamai Das Prabhu. Now, I wanted to quickly do a check on, is there anybody who's joined us for the first time? Okay, anybody joining us for the first time? Oh, fantastic, and fantastic, that's good. Anybody joining us for the second time? Fantastic, so that's good. You liked something about us, so you're here again. Good, 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 good. So let's give a round of applause to those that are joining us, the newcomers. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or to Ramananda-Sakha Prabhu. Usually we reach out to Hansapriya Mataji, but half of ISV today is in New Orleans, in Louisiana, where there's a big Sadhu Sangha retreat that's happening. So that's why you see me here and not your usual announcer. So now we have a sponsor. And is Suresh Prabhu and Manasi, are they here? I don't see them there. Okay, so Suresh Prabhu and Manasi Mataji and their lovely small daughter, Anasuya, they are the sponsors for the Sunday feast. And if you feel that you are left out, then please do let me know. We'll be happy to give you that opportunity to serve ISKCON as well. So let's chant a round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra for our sponsors. Let's do it together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So next we will have the announcement for the cooks and the volunteers. Just give me a minute here. Is Raghav here? Raghav? Oh, here we go, Raghav.
Hare Krishna devotees. Today's cooking was done by Sham Bhakta Prabhu, Shama Karna Mataji, Hitesh Prabhu, Divyananda Prabhu, Gopipriya Mataji, Sheetal Mataji, Harini Mataji, Mayuri Mataji, Atul Prabhu, and today's cleaning was done by Umesh Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Raghav. Let's give a round of applause to our cooks and to the volunteers there. And then we'll come to the best part of the evening, and that is the prasadam prayers. Okay, who's going to do the prasadam prayers? Jagannath Prabhu, do you know? You are going to do that? Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sharira avidyaja Yodendriya Jive pele vishaya sabare Tarmadhe jivati Lobho mai sudurmati Take jeta kathina sansare Krishna bharadoyama Kori bare jivada Swaprasadana dilobha Shayanamrita pao Radha Krishna Gunadao Premedako Sri Chaitanya Nitai Premedako Sri Chaitanya Nitai Mahaprasade Govinde Ambrani Vaishnave Kalpa Punyavatam Rajan Prasanna Cheta Shohiyasu Buddhi Priyavatisthate Yopa Bhutta Sadgandha Vasulankar Kachita Uchishta Bhojino Dāsa Dharmayam Jahe Nahi Bhagavad Shri Mahaprasad Ki Jai. Please come take prasad. Yes. I just have two announcements. What is that, Mataji? Sorry. You want to do Kirtan, Mataji, is what you said? Yes. So, I don't have these verses down, Mataji. If you can sing, that will be good. Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Suksham paryushtam vapi itam vadulakshata prapti matrena bhoktavyam natra kala vicarana na desha niyamastatra na kala niyamastatra praptamanna bhutam shishta bhoktavyam hari abravidi. Dolo Mahaprasadam ki jai. I just wanted to make two more announcements, and one is that our dear Govindas Prabhu, he lost his friend Arun in an accident on the way. So could we all together pray for the departed soul by chanting one round of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And the second is that in these days of job uncertainty, we have our dear Preeti Gaurangi Mataji, and she has got some ideas about how we can network to be a little safe there. Over to you.
Hare Krishna. My name is Preeti Gaurangi Devidasi. So I'm a Stanford student and also a founder. Of late, I have seen how devotees find difficulty in getting jobs or referrals. And so we have built a platform called as Krishna In, that is Krishna's LinkedIn. It's a live website right now, where you can register and you can look for jobs. You can also look for networking opportunities. Let's say you want to get a job at Anthropic. So all the devotees across US, like from all the ISKCON temples, will be listed there, and you can just ping them and reach out for a quick referral or an interview preparation. The intent is to leverage the power of our community all together as one united force and help each other in this professional challenging times. It's not just for those who are looking for jobs, but as service, please contribute and join the platform even if you're not looking for a job, because that will help other devotees who are, even if they are trying to get into a better platform. Yeah. We have already started getting registrations from across New York, Philadelphia, Boston, and we would really love if all of you can join the community as well and then help each other. It's also a great platform for students who want to get into better universities, like people like us who are from Stanford, Harvard, etc. are also there on the platform. So ping us and we would always be willing to help you for your interview and recommendation preparation. Thank you.
Thank you, that was so timely. So will you be available outside if they have any questions? Yes. Okay, yeah, so outside. And it's a free platform, by the way. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's go have prasadam. Hare Krishna.